the preliminary test and your willingness to stand in front of everybody today and use your gifts to spell some words and to show what God has given you. I'm going to walk through some of the rules so you kind of know what's happening, so the audience knows what's happening, so the spellers know what's happening. Then we're going to have a practice round where everybody will get to spell a word, which should be an easy word, but don't worry if you get it wrong, you're not going to be eliminated. That's just going to be to practice so we can hear you in the microphone and so you can get some of the nerves out that you might have right now. So each round of the spelling bee, there's going to be a group of words. You'll be given one word. You can encourage you actually to say the word before you pronounce it. So if the word is dog, say dog, then spell the word, and then say the word again to show that you're done. If you don't say the word at the beginning and the end, you're not eliminated, but it's easier if you say the word up front, then the judges and I can determine maybe you heard the word wrong. Maybe the word was dodge instead of dog, and you heard dog, and we can stop you then before you spell the wrong word because you heard the wrong word. When you spell a word, when you are given a word, you've got a number of choices. You can ask for several different things. You can ask me to say the word again. You can ask me to define the word. You can ask me to use it in a sentence, provide the part of speech, and provide an alternate pronunciation if there is one. So you can ask for any of those things, and you could ask for all of them. I will sometimes give you some directions up front, so if a word might have a similar word that it sounds like the same word. So for example, the word is slay. Well, you know, a slay could be to kill something, or a sleigh could be something that you ride around on in the winter in the snow. So I would tell you ahead of time which word you're spelling so you know which word to spell. Each round, if you spell a word wrong, you will be eliminated, but you'll stay up there until the end of the round. So after we've gone through and everybody has spelled one word, if any of you have spelled a word wrong, we will dismiss and give applause to all those who have spelled the word wrong, and you will be moved out, and then we'll go on with the next round. That will continue until we get down toward the end, and I'll give some more instructions at that point. Because if all the spellers but one are eliminated in a round, then there's extra rules about the championship words. When it is your turn, I'm going to ask you to stand up before I give you your words so that everybody can see you and so we can hear you. Make sure you speak clearly into the microphone. And you're going to pass the microphone to the next person after you are done. So Ellie is going to be our first speller. We're going to go all the way around this way, and then Sophia will be our last speller for this first round. And then if anybody is eliminated, it'll continue to be in the same order. And as time goes on, we'll probably have you move so that you're all sitting in one row and sitting closer to each other, because there will be some gaps in between as you are eliminated. For those of you who are in the audience, listen carefully. Try to spell the words in your head if you are able to spell them, but don't give them any hints. So if the word is dog, don't be out here going and telling them how to spell it with your words. Even if you are thinking it through in your head, try to just think it through in your head and don't use your lips. I don't know if they will be looking at you or not, but especially if they're your friends, they might be looking at you. Don't be giving them any hints. Also need you to be quiet so that they can hear and that I and the judges can hear what they say, so we don't misunderstand what they are saying. One other important thing, as you are spelling words, if you get stuck along the way, or you forget where you were in the word, so if it's a longer word especially, you can stop and you can start over, but you need to repeat the same letters again. So indicate that you're going to start over and then go back to the beginning. If you spell a word wrong, you will hear the bell, and that will indicate that you have spelled the word wrong. It kind of sounds backwards. Usually a bell would mean, yeah, you got it right. But in this case, we're not going to ring the bell for every word you got right. We'll ring the bell for the words that you got incorrect. Spellers, do you have any questions? Dashel. You can just say, I'll start over. And go back to the beginning. Okay? It probably won't happen too often, but you can. If you forget where you were, and you can start over with the same letters. Any other questions from the spellers? Okay. So our first round then is going to be a practice round. We're going to begin with word number 1 on the list for our judges. And we will begin with Allie. So front row, why don't you move your chairs? Actually, everybody can move your chairs back just a little bit so you guys have room to stand in front of your front row. Okay, that's good. It doesn't have to be real far. I just don't want you to be right on the edge of the step. Jenna and Meredith, are you okay over there? Got enough room? Okay. Okay, so I'll have you stand up, and I'll give you your word. You can spell it, and then when you're done saying it, again, best practice, say the word at the beginning, spell your word, say the word at the end, and then sit down. Okay? So, Allie, you are first. Allie, your word is run. You can spell your word, or say the word, spell it, and then say the word again, and then sit down. Your word is run.
Run. R-U-N. Run.
Good. Jackson, your word is fall.
Fall. F-A-L-L.
Audie, your word has a homonym. Your word is see. It is a verb that means to become aware of by using your eyes. See.
See. S-E-E. See.
Emily, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is ask. It is a verb that means to call on for an answer to a question. Ask.
Ask. A-S-K. Ask.
Judah, your word has a near homonym. Your word is best. It's an adjective that means being better than all the others. Best.
Best. B-E-S-T. B-E-S-T. Best.
I think you added extra letters in the middle. You're not eliminated because this is the practice round. Also, make sure that you are speaking. Don't rush through the word, because if it sounds like you got a bunch of letters in the middle and our judges can't hear them, they're going to have to just guess whether you got it right or not. Can't ask you to repeat it. Can you?
I don't think it's on.
It should be on.
It is.
It's on.
Yeah, really hold it tight here. That's really speaking into the mic. Okay,
All right. Zoe, your word has a near homonym. Your word is lad. It's a noun that means a boy. Lad.
Lad. L-A-D-E. Lad.
Just L-A-D. Dashel, your word has a near homonym. The word is tent. It's a noun that means a temporary lightweight shelter made of canvas or other material that is stretched across poles that is used for camping. Tent.
Tent. T-E-N-T.
Silas, your word is date. Date.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Yoko and John have yet to pick a date for their wedding. Date.
Date. D-A-T-E. Date.
Silas, number 2, your word has a near homonym. The word is path. It's a noun that means a track or way made for a specific use. Path.
Path. P-A-T-H. Path.
Meredith, your word has a near homonym. It is trim. It is a verb that means to cut or shorten something to make it neater or more regular. Trim.
Trim. T-R-I-M. Trim.
Jenna, your word is hope.
Hope. H-O-P-E. Hope.
Josh, your word is webs.
Can you repeat that?
Webs.
W-E-B-S, webs.
Caroline, your word has a homonym. The word is maze. It's a noun that means a complex pattern of paths that branch out and connect in a confusing way. Maze.
Maze, M-A-Z-E, maze.
Addie, your word has a homonym. The word is fish. It's a noun that means a cold-blooded animal that lives in the water that has a spine, gills, and usually fins.
Fish, F-I-S-H, fish.
Ella, your word has a homonym. The word is week. It's a noun that means a period of 7 days. Week.
Week. W-E-E-K. Week.
Landon, your word has a homonym. The word is just. It's an adverb that means a short time ago or very recently. Just.
Word of origin.
I don't have origin. You can ask for a spelling. Or not, you can't ask for the spelling. That you cannot do. You can ask for it in a sentence. You can ask for me to repeat the word. You can ask for alternate pronunciations. You can ask part of speech, which I already gave you.
J-O-S-T. Just.
J-U-S-T. Grace, your word is yelp. Yelp.
Could you use that in a sentence, please?
Grant let out a yelp when the stool landed on his toe.
Yelp, Y-E-L-P. Yelp.
And Sophia, your word has a near homonym. The word is king. It's a noun, which means a man who usually inherits leadership and is in charge of a country for life. King.
King, K-I-N-G, king.
Very good.
We're going to try this one. Turn it on. Okay.
Okay. Good work. Reminder, if somebody gets a word wrong, even if they're kind of laughing at themselves about it, let's not do any laughing or snickering at them. Sometimes we might be embarrassed about making those mistakes, especially if we know that the word is right, or we know that we spelled it wrong, but no snickering, no laughing at it. We are just being good sports about the whole thing. Okay, now we are going to move forward to word 76 on the list. Word 76, this is the next level of words. So, take a deep breath. All of you, excellent. Any questions at this point? All right, here we go. Allie, your turn. Your word has a near homonym. The word is fend. It is a verb that means to look out for oneself or manage. Fend.
Fend. F-E-N-D. Fend.
Jackson, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is squishy. It's an adjective that means being soft, yielding, and damp. Squishy.
Squishy. S-Q-U-I-S-H-Y.
Audie, your word has a homonym. The word is dense. It's an adjective that means crowded very close together. Dense.
Dense. D-E-N-S-E. Dense.
Emily, your word is tuneful. Tuneful.
Tuneful, T-U-N-E-F-U-L-L. Tuneful.
Only one L at the end of tuneful. T-U-N-E-F-U-L. Judah, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is angles. It's a plural noun that means the directions from which someone or something is viewed, considered, or approached. Angles.
Could you use that in like a sentence, please?
Trey approached the problem from all angles before deciding that his first idea really was the best one. Angles. Angles. Zoe, your word is rubbish. Rubbish.
Rubbish. R-U-B-I-S-H.
There are two B's in the middle of rubbish, R-U-B-B-I-S-H. Dashiell, your word is squeeze. Squeeze.
Squeeze. S-Q-U-E-E-Z-E. Squeeze.
Silas, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is kibble. It's a noun. It means coarsely dried food products or grain. Coarsely ground dried food products or grain. Kibble.
Could you repeat that?
Kibble is the word.
Kibble. K-I-B-B-L-E. Kibble.
Silas, your word has a homonym. The word is cues. It's a plural noun that means signals, such as words or bits of stage business to a performer to begin a specific speech or action. Cues.
Cues. Q-U-E-S. Cues.
C-U-E-S. Meredith, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is briefing. It is a noun that means the process of being given usually essential information, typically in little time, without unnecessary details. Briefing.
Briefing. B-R-E-I-F-I-N-G. Briefing.
It's I-E-F-I-N-G. Jenna, your word has a near homonym. The word is crackle. It's a verb that means to make small, sharp, sudden noises repeatedly. Crackle.
K-R-A-C-K-A-L-E.
C-R-A-C-K-L-E. Josh, your word has a near homonym. The word is shivery. It's an adjective that means frigid or cold. Shivery.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Latrice enjoys curling up by the fire on shivery winter days.
Can you repeat the word?
Shivery.
S-H-I-V-E-R-Y. Shivery.
Caroline, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is prayer. It's a noun that means an address to God or a God in word or thought. Prayer.
Prayer. P-R-A-Y-E-R. Prayer.
Addie, your word is sneakers.
Sneakers. S-N-E-A-K-E-R-S. Sneakers.
Make sure you got all the letters in there, but it was pretty fast at the end, so make sure you don't rush through any letters. Ella, your word is cardboard.
Cardboard. C-A-R-D-B-O-A-R-D. Cardboard.
Landon, your word has a homonym. The word is portray. It's a verb that means to represent by drawing, painting, or cutting something into the surface of a material. Portray.
Can I get a new word?
No.
Can you repeat the word? I kind of forgot.
Portray.
P-O-R-T-I-A-T.
P-O-R-T-R-A-Y. Portray. Grace, your word has a near homonym. The word is obtain. It's a verb that means to gain possession or disposal of, usually by some planned action or method. Obtain.
Obtain. O-B-T-A-I-N. Obtain.
And Sophia, your word has a near homonym. The word is rumbling. It's a verb that means making a low, heavy, rolling sound. Rumbling.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Enid could hear thunder rumbling in the distance.
R-U-M-B L-E-I-N-G, rumbling.
It's not an E, it's R-U-M-B-L-I-N-G. You're all dismissed. Nice work. Dash one, Silas, move over one. You guys move over so you're right next to Dashel. That's fine. That works. Okay, round two, everybody quiet. Round two, first word for Allie. The word is gangplank.
Can you repeat that?
Gangplank.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The passengers boarded the cruise ship using a large gangplank.
Gangplank. G-A-N-G-P-L-A-N-K. Gangplank.
Jackson, your word is lunar.
Could you use that in a sentence?
The Babylonian calendar was based on the lunar cycle.
Lunar. L-U-N-E-R.
L-U-N-A-R. Audie, your word is guilty.
Guilty. G-U-I-L-T-Y. Guilty.
Dashel, your word has a near homonym. Your word is interviews. It's a verb that means questions or talks with, especially in order to gain information or learn personal qualities. Interviews.
Interviews. I-N-T-E-R-V-I-E-W-S.
Silas, your word is solution.
Solution. S-O-L-U-T-I-O-N. Solution.
Very good. Josh, your word has a near homonym. The word is tempting. It's an adjective that means alluring or enticing. Tempting.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Gabriel looked at the tempting stack of books beside his bed, but knew he needed to finish his chores before reading. Tempting.
T-E-M-P-T-I-N-G. Tempting.
Caroline, your word has a near homonym. The word is locusts. It's a plural noun that means migratory grasshoppers that often travel in vast swarms and strips the area they travel through of all vegetation. Locusts.
Locust. L-O-C-U-S-T-S. Locust.
Now your word has a near homonym. The word is radish. It's a noun. It means a pungent, fleshy root of a plant that is typically eaten raw. Radish.
Radish. R-A-D-I-S-H. Radish.
I think I called you Allie instead of Addie. Sorry about that. Ella, your word is coiled.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
The snake coiled itself around the branch of a tree. Coiled.
Coiled. C-O-I-L-E-D. Coiled.
Grace, your word has a homonym. The word is poured. It is a verb that means to devote oneself to attentive reading. Poured.
Poured. P-O-U-R-E-D. Poured.
There's not a U in that version of the word poured. It's just P-O-R-E-D. Jackson and Grace are dismissed. Good job. On to our third round. Allie, your word has a near homonym. The word is mulch. Word is mulch. It is a noun that means a protective covering spread on the ground to reduce evaporation, maintain even soil temperature, prevent erosion, control weeds, or enrich the soil. Mulch.
mulch. M-U-L-C-H, mulch.
Audie, your word is griddle.
Griddle. G-O-I-D-D-L-E, griddle.
You're right. Dashiell, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is thirst. It's a noun that means a sensation of dryness in the mouth and throat associated with the desire for liquids. Thirst.
Thirst. T-H-R-I-S-T. Thirst.
You switched around the I and the R. T-H-I-R-S-T. Silas, your word is rickety.
Could you use that in a sentence?
The woman stopped to help the rickety old man cross the street.
Rickety. R-I-C-K-E-T-Y. Rickety.
Josh, your word has a homonym. The word is frayed. It's a verb that means worn or worn off as if by rubbing.
F-R-A-I-D-E.
F-R-A-Y-E-D. Caroline, your word is dwelling.
Dwelling. D-W-E-L-L-I-N-G. Dwelling.
Addie, your word has a near homonym. The word is blathering. It's a noun that means foolish or nonsensical talk or writing. Blathering.
Blathering. B-L-A-T-H-E-R-I-N-G. Blathering.
Ella, your word has a homonym. The word is shrewd. It's an adjective that means marked by cleverness or discernment, or astute. Shrewd.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Aurora is a shrewd observer of her third grade classroom social dynamics. Shrewd.
Shrewd. S-H-R-E-W-D, shrewd.
Good. Dashiell and Josh are dismissed. We have to keep the same order, so we're actually going to have the three of you go over here and Allie move over this way. No, Allie, you're on the end. You were last. This way, right? Yep. I don't think this will happen yet, but if it would happen at some point where everybody gets a word wrong in a round, you stay in the game, we go on to another round. If it would happen where all but one person gets a word wrong in a round, then we've got some championship rules that we'll talk through. I don't think that's going to happen yet with 6 of you, but don't get up and leave if a number of you are getting words wrong. Allie, back to you. Your word has a near homonym. The word is infested. It is a verb that means overrun, infested.
Infested. I-N-F-E-S-T-E-D, infested.
Audie, your word has a near homonym. The word is molten. It's an adjective that means fused or liquefied by heat or melted. Molten.
Molten. M-O-L-T-E-N, molten.
Silas, your word is unwavering.
Could you repeat that?
Unwavering.
Could you use that in a sentence?
On the soccer pitch, Ling is known for her unwavering determination to keep the ball out of the net at all costs. Unwavering.
Unwavering. U-N-W-A-V-E-R-I-N-G. Unwavering.
Caroline, your word is sales clerk.
Sales clerk. S-A-L-E-S-C-L-E-R-K. Sales clerk.
How do your word could be confused with a similar word? Your word is discomfort. It's a noun that means mental or physical uneasiness that isn't as intense or concentrated in one area as pain. Discomfort.
Discomfort. DISCOMFORT. Discomfort.
Ella, your word has a homonym. The word is stalk. It is a noun that means the main stem of a herbaceous plant, often with its dependent parts such as leaves, twigs, or fruit. Stalk.
Stalk. STALK. Stalk.
Very good. We'll continue. Allie, your word is aromas.
Aromas. AROMAS. Aromas.
Audie, your word is swindle.
Could you repeat that?
Swindle.
Swindle. Swindle. SWINDLE. Swindle.
Silas, your word has a homonym. The word is citizen. It is a noun that means a native or naturalized person who owes allegiance to a government and is entitled to protection and rights. Citizen.
Citizen. CITIZEN. Citizen.
Caroline, your word is monopoly.
Can you repeat that?
Monopoly.
Monopoly. MONOPOLY. Monopoly.
Addie, your word has a homonym. The word is taut. It's an adjective that means tightly drawn or tensely stretched. Taut.
Taut. Can I get that in another sentence, please?
Dad strapped the kayak on the roof and tightened the ropes until they were taut.
Taut. TAUGHT. Taut.
That version does not have a GH in it, it's just a TAUT. Ella, your word has a near homonym. The word is Florence. It's a geographical entry that means a small administrative district in central Italy that is the capital of the region of Tuscany. Florence.
Can you repeat that?
Florence.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Florence is often called the birthplace of the Renaissance, and it ranks among the most beautiful cities in the world.
Florence. FLORENCE. Florence.
All right, next round. Good job, spellers. Allie, your next word is scaffolding.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The workers put up scaffolding to make the job of painting the new house a little easier.
Scaffolding. SCAFFOLDING. Scaffolding.
Audie, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is comrades. It's a plural noun that means very close friends or companions. Comrades.
Comrades. COMRADS. Comrades.
COMRADES. Silas, your word has a near homonym. The word is refined. It's an adjective that means precise or exact. Refined.
Could you use that in a sentence?
Kyle and Jane pored over the refined blueprints of their kitchen addition.
Refined. REFINED. Refined.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116,
Caroline, your word has a near homonym. The word is volley. It's a verb that means to propel an object of play while in the air before touching the ground. Volley.
Volley. V-O-L-L-E-Y. Volley.
Ellie, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is clanging. It is a verb that means to make making a loud resonating sound like that of a trumpet, or especially like pieces of metal being struck together. Clanging.
Repeat that. Can you repeat that?
Clanging.
Clanging. C-L-A-N-G-I-N-G. Clanging.
Just audio. Okay, now we'll give some directions at this point because it's possible that we have multiple eliminations in a round. So as I said before, if all four of you spell the word wrong, it's like that round never existed and we just start over again. If only one person in the round spells the word correctly, then they are given another word. And if they spell that word correctly, they are declared the champion of the bee. So if three people get it wrong in this round, and then one of you gets it right, and then I'll give you another word, you get it right, you are the champion. If you get that word wrong, though, then we start all over again, and all four of you are still there. So the champion would need to get the second word right to eliminate everybody else if everybody else spelled their words wrong. We will clarify that as we need to as we go through. All right, next round. Allie, your word is warped. Warped.
Warped. W-A-R-P-E-D. Warped.
Silas, your word is achieve.
Could you repeat that?
Achieve.
Achieve. A-C-H-I-E-V-E. Achieve.
Caroline, your word has a near homonym. The word is plodding. It is a verb that means moving or traveling slowly but steadily, or trudging, plodding.
Can you use it in like a sentence?
By the end of the hike, Dave was plodding along the path out of fatigue.
Plodding. P-L-O-D-D-I-N-G. Plodding.
Ella, your word is sensible.
Sensible. S-E-N-S-I-B-L-E. Sensible.
Very good. Next round. Allie, your word is anthem.
Anthem. A-N-T-H-E-M. Anthem.
Silas, your word is prickliness.
Could you repeat that?
Prickliness.
Could you put it in a sentence?
Mr. Dobbins was known for his prickliness and surly attitude.
Prickliness. P-R-I-C-K. Wait, what was that? Can I start over? Prickliness. P-R-I-C-K-L. I-N-E-S-S. Prickliness.
Caroline, your word is advanced. Advanced.
Advanced. A-D-V-A-N-C-E-D. Advanced.
Ella, your word could be confused with a similar word. The word is compartment. It's a noun that means a small chamber, receptacle, or container. Compartment.
Compartment. C-O-M-P-A-R-T-M-E-N-T. Compartment.
On to the next round. Allie, your word is pronto.
Pronto. P-R-O-N-T-O. Pronto.
Silas, your word is hilarious.
Could you repeat that?
Hilarious.
Hilarious. H-I-L-A-R-I-O-S. Hilarious.
Crowd favorite goes down. Hilarious. I think you left the O out, correct? Hilarious. I-O-U-S at the end. Caroline, your word is accompany.
Accompany. A-C-O-M-P-A-N-Y. Accompany.
2 C's at the beginning. A-C-C-O-M-P-A-N-Y. Ella, your word is cooperage.
Can you repeat that?
Cooperage.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Mateo enjoyed visiting the recreation of the 18th century cooperage on his class's tour of historic Jamestown.
Cooperage. C-O-O-P-E-R-A-G-E. Cooperage.
That's correct. Okay, so now the end of B procedures apply. If only one of you spells a word right in a round and the other one gets their word wrong, then that person who spelled the word right gets another word, and if they spell that word correctly, that is the championship word, and the B is over. If they spell that word incorrectly, then we start over again, nobody's eliminated, and we continue on. Any questions about how this goes? Can you close those middle shades in there? Maybe one more there. Thank you. Is that better? We're good? Okay. All right, here we go. Allie, this word could be confused with a similar word. The word is siesta. It's a noun that means an afternoon nap or rest. Siesta.
Siesta. S-I-E-S-T-A. Siesta.
Ella, your word has a homonym. The word is calculus. It's a noun that means a branch of mathematics involving some intricacy. Calculus.
Calculus. C-A-L-C-U-L-U-S. Calculus.
Allie, your word is vexation.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Tyrone found constant vexation in his work as a paralegal, so he quit to become a software developer. Vexation.
Vexation. V-E-X-A-T-I-O-N. Vexation.
Ella, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is stagnant. It's an adjective that means not running in a current or stream, not flowing or motionless. Stagnant.
Stagnant. S-T-A-G-N-A-N-T. Stagnant.
If we continue through the rounds, I'm glad that you guys are encouraging them, but we don't need to clap for as long as the whole round was. A brief clap at the end of the round while this continues would be good. Okay. The word has a homonym. Allie, your word is cliques. It is a plural noun that means narrow, exclusive circles or groups of persons. Cliques.
Clicks. C-I-L. Wait. Can I restart?
You may. Words, letters need to be in the same order.
Can I just say if I open the phone?
Go ahead. Yeah, you recognize you made a mistake. It's C-L-I-Q-U-E-S. Ella, your word is suffocate.
Suffocate. S-U-F-F-O-C-A-T-E. Suffocate.
That is correct. So now the next word would be the championship word. If you get this word correct, you win. If you don't, we go back and continue with another round with Allie still in it. Your word is cherished.
Cherished. C-H-E-R-I-S-H-E-D. Cherished.
That is correct.
Good job. You did good.
As our winner, congratulations to all of our spellers for doing an excellent job. Allie for second place, and then on down from there. Excellent work, and thanks for being an encouraging audience today. I think Mrs. Nolte probably wants to take some pictures if she didn't already.